Hello, welcome to Active Bryant Systems. I'm Scott Bryant. I'd just like to talk to you today about repetitions, training, pain, stress, and exercise. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is that when you're training with your trainer or your corrective exercise specialist like me, it's really important that the repetition number to be right. So if I was teaching you or somebody was teaching you how to box, okay, and they were going, right, I want you to push your arm out and I want you to spin the wrist and I want you to bring it back again. Okay, what that enables to do is when you hit somebody, you split the skin. Okay, so that's why most boxers do it in the ring. They want to split the skin so they get more points. Okay, so if you're new to boxing and you've never done that, okay, to get that in the brain, into the motor engram of the brain, only takes 300 to 350 repetitions. So that's 350 repetitions of that, okay? But if that movement is giving you shoulder pain and you've done 300 to 350 repetitions, it will take me 5,000 to 6,000 reps to change it in the brain. Does that make sense? So if you're walking with bad gait and you've got a bad knee and you've been walking for 300 repetitions and you've not been taught gait properly, it's going to take you 5 to 6,000 repetitions to change that in the brain. Now, does that make sense? So what I'm saying is, if you're in the gym and I walk up to you and you're doing, say, a shoulder press exercise, but you're only coming down to here, but you need to come all the way down, okay? Unless I go up to you 3 to 5,000 times, it won't change in here. So when gym instructors that I used to be, or when a trainer's walking around the gym and he's trying to correct you, but he's really trying to get you as a client, but if he's trying to correct you in the gym and you're doing something badly, you need to book with him so he can go through these repetition zones. Does that make sense? So the bigger percentage of people that go and see the physiotherapist that doesn't, I think they may know this, I'm not too sure. If they don't know this or you don't know this, then what will happen is, say you've got a shoulder injury and they're getting you to do that exercise to strengthen the shoulder in one area. If you're doing that, unless you've done it 3 to 5,000 times, it ain't going to change it up here. So how can you change it there? Does that make sense? So this is so important to everybody that's working out, that's in pain. So if you're in pain and you've done a bad movement, a bad exercise, and you've not got somebody coaching you to correct what you're doing, unless you do it this amount of times with correct form, correct technique, then your pain and your injury will not go away. But there's loads of other things to take into account: diet, lifestyle, stress, sleep, hormonal fluctuations. So there's lots more, but this is just one thing that I believe the motor engram is majorly important. So that's why in martial arts, like I used to do Aikido, they'll get us to spin round in a circle and parry the person away, but they didn't move you on until you mastered that technique, because they want to get it in your motor engram. So then when somebody goes to attack you, you move really quickly because it's become natural. Does that make sense? So if you're seeing your physio once and he's giving you an exercise program, unless you're doing it this amount of times, I cannot see how you can change what's happening. It's quite an eye-opener, isn't it? Okay, so this is me, Scott Bryant of Active Bryant Systems. Go to my website if you'd like to know more information about me. Comment at the bottom, like at the top. Thanks very much for listening to me today about reps and motor engrams.